One of the most infamous events happened within the castle's chapel. In the late 1500s, there was a struggle for power between the O'Carroll family. One of the brothers was a priest, and during his sermon, he was doing a mass when another brother starts storming in this chapel and murdered him dead at the altar. From that moment on, that room, that chapel, became known as the Bloody Chapel. Visitors claim to see flickering lights, they hear chanting, and they feel sudden waves of dread when they step inside. During renovations in the 1900s, workers were doing these renovations when they discovered a trapdoor in the chapel. And this trapdoor led to an oubliette dungeon where victims were thrown in to die. Inside, they found piles of human remains stacked feet deep. Some of them wore armor, which suggested that the prisoners died here. They were thrown in and executed right where they were standing. Today, visitors report seeing shadow figures, dark masses, and cold spots. Lep's Castle's most famous and feared entity is called the Elemental. The Elemental is described as a hunched-over, decaying, shadowy figure. All of the features are decaying. It's often accompanied by an overpowering stench of sulfur and rotting flesh. How fucking disgusting is that, you guys? Theories suggest that this figure was summoned by dark rituals from former owners of the castle, like they were doing dark rituals. Others believe it's a manifestation of all of the violence and turmoil that happened on its land. Witnesses claim that when they are in the presence of this elemental, they feel evil. They feel like a dreaded sense of evil. This castle has so many hauntings, but we're going to go over a couple more popular spirits that roam this castle. People also see the Red Lady, and she is seen holding a dagger. She's seen roaming the halls, and some claim that she was a captive who died tragically within the castle walls. There are the O'Carroll's victims. There are people that report seeing the victims of the O'Carroll clan, ones that were viciously murdered back in the past when the O'Carroll family ruled this castle. These victims still wander here, trapped in the place that they had their violent death. And there are the phantom soldiers of Lep Castle. Guests and investigators both have reported hearing the sound of marching feet, clashing steel, and a distant screams echoing through the night. Imagine seeing any of these entities. You see a soldier, then you're seeing these victims, and what about the brother? I wonder if the brother is haunting these halls too, the one that died in the altar, at the altar. I'm assuming that he has, but what about all of those endless prisoners that were kept there? How absolutely horrific is all of this, you guys? The Lep Castle is absolutely steeped in tragedy.